what are those things that we are looking at today that you need to look inwards to check yourself to see if you possess them before you go to the altar with anybody? Welcome to Esteria Yaba. My name is Waka Okeogene. On this channel, we talk about relationship and everything that will make relationship better. We also talk about health because we believe that when you have a healthy relationship, you also need to have a healthy body as well. So if you are seeing my face for the first time, please do well to subscribe to this channel. Encourage the channel. Click on the subscribe button below in the description box and join the family. Like our videos, turn on your notifications, share our videos as well. Thank you so much. First thing is, you have to ensure that you are financially stable. Yes, you cannot start a family on an empty stomach. You need money to be able to start a family. When you say, I want to marry this man or I want to marry this lady, you are saying, I am starting a family. And before you do that, you have to ensure that you are financially stable. Don't jump into marriage when you don't know your direction yet, when you are not doing anything to make any income for yourself. Then you say, oh, I'm of age, and you just meet someone and you decide, let's dive into marriage because maybe you want to get married. Some uncles are volunteering to sponsor, some of your parents are volunteering to contribute money, some of your friends are deciding that, oh, we are going to do a friends committee and contribute money for the wedding. There is a marriage after the wedding. So you have to first look inward. Am I financially strong enough to keep a home? What am I doing? Am I doing something that it is going to be able to keep our home, irrespective of how we want to start that home? We want to probably start in a very small way or whatever way that we want to start. Do I have the income to sustain a marriage? Is it the kind that today that I'll come into the marriage and tomorrow we are rushing off home to go and beg our mother, beg our father, beg one uncle for money, beg people, your friends to say, oh, I'm now married, I cannot feed my family, I cannot do this. You have to be sure that you are doing something. You are doing something that will be bringing income that will be able to take care of you. You cannot just jump into marriage when you are still looking for a job, believing that, when I get married, we from there we'll continue to look for the job. No, you have to be doing something already, no matter how small it is. You have to be doing something that is bringing some level of income into the home, both for the man and the woman. You remember I did the video I did on the 6 ways to attract a good man. I was talking to the ladies in that video and I said to them, you have to be doing something. Please take out time to check that video. If you've not seen it, I will drop it in the description box. You have to be irrespective of, oh yes, the man is the head of the home. Yes, probably he has to do more of the searching for, say, oh, I must be doing something, I must have a job. But the lady also has her own quota to contribute to the family. You cannot be idle. And I believe that these days, a lot of guys want to marry a lady who is doing something. So don't say, oh, they are talking to the men on this video. No. I'm talking to both the man and the woman. The woman too should look for something to do. Even if you are still schooling, even while you are schooling, you can be busy doing things. When we're in school, I remember we used to sell 1 or 2 things in school to make extra income. So you have to be busy doing something. We used to see some people who even, they make hair to make money. They do 1 or 2 things. They sell, they buy and sell in the hostels to make money. So don't say, oh, I'm still a student, so I must. No, you can't be doing something. You can't be making an extra income. So don't dive into marriage when you have not started doing something that will be bringing income into the home, when you cannot even be a support as a woman, you cannot even be a support to that man that you are going to go and marry. He is working, he is bringing income. You are not even a support. You don't have anything that you are doing to support him. Be financially independent before you start to talk of, say, we are going to go and get married. Be financially independent. Don't think that those uncles, those mommy and daddy that are contributing for that wedding are going to continue to support. In fact, they will get tired because you are now telling them that you are matured enough to be on your own. So you have to be sure that you are financially independent before you jump into, don't be a mommy's girl or a daddy's boy that is still expecting that mommy and daddy will be the one carrying my home even after I have married. Be financially independent. Be stable on your own. Be doing something to bring money into the home before you start to talk of, I want to go and get married to somebody. I want to take on another responsibility. Because the moment you get into marriage, you are responsible for each other now. Yes, you are responsible for each other. So you have to be financially capable before you dive into marriage. Another thing that you have to do before you go into marriage, you have to be emotionally stable. You have to be emotionally stable. Before you start to talk about marriage, you have to be emotionally stable, because in marriage, so many things will come up. You are not the type that easily gets angry, and when you get angry, you go about, you scatter the whole house, you break things. You have to be someone who is able to control your emotions before you start rushing into marriage. You are not that one that will get into marriage and start to abuse somebody, start to beat up somebody, start to, fight in the home, because you are not matured emotionally. You have to be matured emotionally. You have to be stable emotionally, so that you don't get there, you now become a wife beater. You start to abuse somebody physically. You start to, beat up somebody in the home because you cannot control yourself. In marriage, you have to learn how to control yourself. So if you are still that person that just flares up and you cannot even control yourself when you are angry, you have to think again. Because in marriage, you will meet a lot of things that will annoy you, a lot of things that will upset you, that will really get you worked up in marriage. You have to be somebody who can control your emotions, not somebody who will start to pin down somebody and to beat up somebody, or you become that wife that will be a nag to the man, that to the extent that you will push the man out. The man cannot find an abode in his home. He cannot come to his home and feel comfortable in his home. He will now be thinking, oh, I've closed from work. If I go back home today, I'm going to go and meet that woman that will talk and talk and talk and talk. I will not rest. Instead, let me go and hang out in one place where I'll be drinking. You now begin to make the man to begin to pick up vices that he probably was not even exhibiting before he married you, because you are not emotionally stable. You keep talking the things that you should talk, you talk. The one that you should not talk, you nag until the man finds a way to stay outside the home. He'll be waiting till midnight, when you are already asleep, before he will sneak into his own home. He will become a prisoner in the home. So when you are not matured emotionally, don't dive into marriage. Don't make somebody become uncomfortable in life because the person has married you. Don't make somebody become a punching bag because the person has married you. Don't make somebody become, something else, picking up vices that was never in the person's life because he or she married you. You will now become a tyrant, a tiger to that person, and the person, becomes something else because he has married you, because you have not dealt with your emotions. You have not been able to control your emotions. So before you start to talk of, I want to marry this person, I want to add this person to myself, I want to become a one with this person, deal with your own issues. Deal with your own emotions, those emotions that you cannot control, those talkativeness that you cannot control. When you see something, you cannot say, okay, let me creatively or talk about this matter in a matured way. You begin to nag about it, or you begin to beat somebody up, you begin to fight in the house. Learn to control your emotions. Deal with your emotional issues, your issues first, before you start to talk of adding somebody to yourself. We have seen what uncontrolled emotions have caused in our society, how it has led to abuse, how it has led to the deaths of people. Learn to control your emotions. How it has led to people being frustrated in life. Learn to control your own emotions. Don't use your emotions to go and destroy another person's life because the person decided to marry you. So before you get married, learn to work on those emotions. The third thing that you should do, know that you have to be somebody who is consistently open to change. Because in marriage, as you get into marriage, you will see that there are a lot of things that you will have to accommodate. And in order to accommodate, then you will shift ground. You will change. You will change from who you used to be just to accommodate some certain things. Not necessarily bad things, they might be good things. You might have to drop some things that you used to do. If you are somebody who is fixated on say, oh, I cannot change, this is who I am, I'll always be like this, then you might need to think again. Are you ready for marriage? Because in marriage, you will keep changing. You will keep changing consistently. You have to have a mind of somebody, an open mind to change. If you want to say I do, you have to be somebody who is having a mind to consistently change for the better. Yes, for the better. Because your spouse will want to say, oh, this I don't like about you. Yet if you are this person that says, no, I'm not ready to change, this is who I am, you make me like this, you might need to think again. If you want to have a good relationship, you want to have peace, you want to be happy, you will not bring somebody into a home and you decide that this is how I'm going to be for the rest of my life. I'm never going to change from this habit. I'm never going to bring this one into my life. I'm never going to drop this one. This is who I am. Even when you are being given advice, you say, no, I have made up my... There are people like that. If you are that kind of person, because you are going to be frustrating another human being who is going to marry you, you are not yet ready for marriage. You have to first of all work on yourself. Like they say in life, change is constant. Change is constant. Until the day you leave this earth, you must consistently be changed. But if you are that fixated person that say, no, this is who I am, I cannot change, I cannot adapt to this new style, I cannot do this, then you might need to think again. Are you ready for marriage? Because you are coming in to marry someone who is totally different from you. Totally different from you. And there are things that this person will bring in that will be good, that you might need to change some of your own ways to adapt those ways. Then you say, no, this is who I am. Are you sure you are ready for marriage? You might need to think again. Yes, you have to be someone who wants to change, who has this attitude of consistently wanting to be better. If you are not that kind of person, you might need to think again before you say I do. Because you will go into that marriage frustrating somebody else, and at the end of the day, you will say, this marriage did not work. This person is not the kind of person that... I did a video on this my spouse I chose the wrong person. Take out time to watch that video. I will drop it in the description box. You will frustrate the person to the extent that person will say, this marriage is, I don't know. And at the end of the day, you too will be saying, you'll be complaining about the marriage. Meanwhile, you have determined that you are going to be who you are. From the beginning of that marriage to the end of it, you will continue to be who you are. You don't want to change at all. You don't want to be a better person. Then you are not ready for marriage. You don't want to compromise. Because in marriage, there's compromise. Yes, in marriage, there's compromise. You cannot continue to do some things and just expect that your marriage will be palatable. There is work in marriage. In marriage, we learn every day. If you are not open to learning, you are not open to change, then you are not ready for marriage. Because if you want to have a successful marriage, like I did in one of my videos, I will drop that video in the description box. You must be ready to want to always improve. You want to hear things that will say, okay, this one, I'm picking this one up, this one, I'm dropping it. That is how you get a successful marriage. Successful marriages don't fall on people's laps. It takes hard work. Successful marriages take hard work. So you cannot just say, I'm going to just leave it, and you expect to have a good marriage. So before you say, I do, you got to check this. You have to check these 3 things that I talked about. Check them. Are they present before you say, I want to go ahead to marry this person? I hope you gained something today from this video. If you did, give us a thumbs up. Tell us that you like it. If you are yet to subscribe to the channel, please do. Click on that subscribe button in the description box. Encourage this channel, help this channel to grow by subscribing. Share the videos, turn on your notification, and drop your comments in the comment section. Thank you so much for taking out time to watch this video today. Until I come your way next time, stay blessed, stay fabulous, and stay healthy.